Star Trek's most noble crossover is the real-world fight against this terrible disease. For nearly 6 decades, Star Trek has boldly gone where no franchise has gone before, into the realms of space, science, diplomacy, ethics, and the future of humanity. But every once in a while, the most meaningful missions take place not in the stars, but here on Earth. While the USS Enterprise may be fictional, the spirit of its crew, compassion, courage, and unity has manifested in a very real-world mission, the fight against amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS. And in this battle, Star Trek has proven its legacy isn't just entertainment, it's inspiration for humanity at its best. ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a progressive neurodegenerative condition that affects nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. There is no cure. Over time, patients lose the ability to move, speak, and eventually breathe. It's a disease marked by silence, isolation, and fading strength. But Star Trek actors, creatives, and fans alike have refused to let that silence stand unchallenged. This noble crossover begins with one of Star Trek, the next generation's most beloved figures, Marina Sirtis, who played Counselor Deanna Troi. In recent years, Sirtis has become a passionate advocate for ALS awareness after the diagnosis of her dear friend and fellow actor Kenneth Mitchell. Mitchell, who played multiple roles on Star Trek Discovery, including Klingon characters Cole Shaw, and the scientist Aurelio, was diagnosed with ALS in 2019. His courage and grace have made him a beacon for the ALS community. Rather than stepping away from the franchise, Mitchell leaned into it. He continued to appear on Star Trek Discovery even after his diagnosis, and the writers adapted his character to accommodate his physical changes. The result was Aurelio, a brilliant scientist who uses a floating mobility chair and speaks with calm authority. This wasn't just representation, it was a statement. In the future, people with disabilities still have value, still contribute, and still matter. The ripple effect of Mitchell's inclusion was profound. Suddenly, the abstract idea of ALS had a face, one that fans recognized and loved. And the response from the Star Trek family was swift and powerful. Showrunner Alex Kurtzman, co-stars like Sonequa Martin Green and Doug Jones, and even actors from other Star Trek series joined in vocal support. But it didn't stop at awareness. Mitchell's journey inspired real-world fundraising and research support. Fans organized campaigns, sold merchandise, and promoted ALS advocacy events, many under the banner of Team Mitchell. One of the most emotional moments came during Star Trek Day 2023, when Mitchell was honored not just as an actor, but as a hero. His story was given the spotlight, and it reminded fans that Star Trek's ideals aren't just fictional, they're a challenge to live better. The franchise's involvement in the ALS fight expanded even further when Michael Okuda, one of Star Trek's legendary graphic designers and a longtime behind-the-scenes figure, revealed that his wife Denise Okuda, also a contributor to multiple Star Trek series, had been diagnosed with ALS. Once again, the community rallied. Trek-themed charity auctions, panels, and online events raised thousands of dollars for ALS research organizations like the ALS Association and Project ALS. But perhaps the most powerful contribution Star Trek has made to the ALS fight is its ability to inspire empathy. Science fiction often acts as a mirror for society, asking us to consider what kind of people we want to become. By incorporating real struggles like ALS into its fabric, not just through characters, but through real actors and their lived experiences, Star Trek challenges its audience to engage with difficult truths. Think of Spock's iconic words: "The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one." ALS advocacy flips that logic. It asks us to consider that even the one, the lone individual suffering from a rare disease, deserves the attention, compassion, and resources of the many. That everyone's life has infinite value, regardless of how able their body may be. The Star Trek community has also taught something important about what it means to be a crew. Whether you're on the bridge of the Enterprise or part of a fandom scattered across the planet, loyalty and love can cross any distance. The fans who supported Mitchell and the Okudas aren't